I call the honourable member Kennedy Graham.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. If there are no other speakers, then let me just reiterate that the Green Party, for the reasons advanced by Russell Norman and Julianne Genter and myself over the previous readings, for those reasons, the Green Party will be opposing this bill. And rather than stretch out time, let me just pick up on one point of interest this afternoon that was raised by David Parker and explored by David Cunliffe, and that is the issue of extending the risk from 500 years to 1,000 years. And the suggestion from David Parker that from the Reserve Bank to the insurance companies, this will no doubt increase the incentive of the insurance companies to increase the premiums that will be passed on to the house owner, who will either be unable or unwilling to cover their own insurance, or at least less insurance, and so it will prove to be counterproductive. Well, I have a high regard for pretty much everything that David Parker does and explains, but I wonder whether, in fact, he's right on this particular one, for the following reason. If the insurance company is told to extend its cover from 500 years to 1,000 years, what it's essentially doing is simply extending the time period of risk. That essential risk factor doesn't change. It remains the same over the 1,000 years. So if it is, in fact, if an insurance company is accepting a risk over 1,000 years, it follows, axiomatically, that it will be charging premiums over 1,000 years, precisely the same period. It is not the case that it will be taking a risk over 1,000 years and charging over 500 years. If it were, then indeed there would be a justification for an increase in premium. But if, in fact, the time period for cover equates to the time period for insurance premiums, then, in fact, there will be no justification at all for increasing any premiums. And essentially, almost in an existential sense, it is New Zealand and New Zealanders through households being prepared to determine what level of risk they're prepared to cover. This does not arise, admittedly, Mr. Speaker, in the context of this bill, but it is alluded to, and no doubt, as Mr. Parker and Mr. Cunliffe have intimated, it will come up, no doubt, or should, for consideration before very long. Thank you.
Right. The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those of that opinion will please say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. Party vote has been called for. The clerk will please conduct a party vote. Thank you.
New Zealand National,
59 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour,
34 votes in favour.
Green Party,
14 votes opposed.
New Zealand First,
7 in favour.
Māori Party,
3 votes in favour.
Mana,
1 vote opposed.
ACT New Zealand,
1 vote in favour.
United Future,
1 in favour.
Brendan Horan,
1 in favour.
Honourable members, the ayes are 106, the noes are 15. The motion is agreed to.
Insurance Prudential Supervision Amendment Bill, third reading. Reserve Bank of New Zealand Amendment Bill, third reading.
Thank you. Therefore, honourable members, with that concluded, I call on Government Order of the Day number 2.
Resource Management Reform Bill, Committee Stage.